to get started and leverage the power of the internet. Do you know where to get started when you look at this maze of icons?
It would take you all day just to look at each one of them.
Exactly, exactly. And so one of the things that I often tell individuals is whether it's me or someone else, frankly, I really don't care so much about whether it's me or someone else. I care that you're getting the right information. And I make it my job to share information with you to help you stay ahead of the curve. But plug into some experts that you know are leading the way and are giving you valid information for your industry that can help you navigate this maze, because frankly, it can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So let's talk a little bit about the power of magnetic marketing. And magnetic marketing is the concept that basically drives this online success engine. Number one, you want to clarify your brand and translate that into content. And so when I say this, what I mean is, if you want to be known as the always there, count on us, we're there in a minute kind of company, then if you're building that brand, when you're writing blog posts and when you're adding new content to your website and when you're producing new marketing material, it is essential that you include that message, that core, I call it your essential marketing message. It's important that you include that into your messaging. Also, when you create content online, make sure you're creating branded, keyword-rich content. And what that means is you are trying to more than likely dominate your online market for a particular geographical location. And what that means is that you probably don't care so much that someone with a air conditioning or heating and cooling issue in Miami finds your website if you're all the way in Seattle, Washington. So it's important that when you are producing content, whether you're doing it yourself or you're paying for a service, that it is keyword rich, meaning that it is building the location into the content that's being written, so that when someone does a geo-targeted search such as St. Louis heating and cooling, they can find you because the content that you've been promoting and producing is keyword rich with the keyword St. Louis and heating and cooling. When you put those two together, search engines are able to find you more prevalently when they are trying to deliver results back to a surfer who is looking for a solution in that geographical location. The other thing is to connect your social media accounts and link them together so that you can do less work but still get a lot done. So when you post to your blog, you want it to automatically post to your Twitter account and your Facebook account. That makes things so much easier. Every time you upload a new YouTube video, connect it so that it goes automatically to Twitter and automatically to your Facebook account. So connecting your accounts is one way to automate and streamline your workflow. Promoting your brand online is where you begin to promote and post status updates and content on social networking sites. You want to do three things when you're posting content. Number one, you want to try to post something personal. You want to try to post something informational where it's educating them. And you want to post something that is promotional. So when I say personal, maybe you have someone in the office who had a birthday this week. You can share that, and that would be considered a personal post. Then you'll rotate and you'll post something that's informational. For example, the energy tax credit. You may share information that helps your clients and your customers learn something new, save money, or become better at conserving their energy by the information that you've shared with them. And then an example of the promotion is where you say, hey, we're running a special. The first person to respond on our Facebook page gets an additional discount on their services. Or you promote the fact that you're running an offer or special, that you offer certain services, or that you're just inviting people to call your office or to come in and to check you out. So those are the types of things that you want to promote online every day. And automating your social media and SEO activities just helps you save a lot of time and money. And so those are in a nut bolt, those are the cornerstones of a magnetic marketing system, which the online sales engine is actually built upon. So you may ask yourself, why should I get started with social media marketing, search engine optimization, and video marketing today? Why do I need an online sales engine? Well, competition. I mean, your competition, as we've seen, they are leveraging the power of this new technology. It used to be a time, Marty, where you could just show up on Google on the first or second or third page, and that was great. But now, the first page of Google is typically for local businesses going to be filled up with unique businesses. And when I say unique, it's really difficult to show up now more than once on the first page of Google, but you want to show up at least once on the first page, and you want to try to dominate the second page of Google. And so dominating search engines is another reason to get started today. The sooner you get started promoting content online, the sooner you can start dominating search engines. And then you'll attract new clients and customers. So it's important to go ahead and start leveraging this technology. And there's more. Two other factors that you really can't ignore. Number one, having this type of technology does two other things. It drives more traffic to your website, and it helps you to get more referrals for your business. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but because you're now going where the market is, where the 700 million people are, it's easier for them to tell other people about you if you're connected with them on these social networks. So when we're using this online sales engine, there are various sources for traffic, and there are various ways to get more referrals and leads and to attract new customers using online technology. There's Twitter, and Twitter is a micro-blogging website that allows you to send messages out in 140 characters or less. And so people basically connect with, and what we call in the Twitter world, they follow people that are that they're interested in. So the key there is to get people to follow your organization on Twitter, and you follow organizations or people on Twitter that you'd like to communicate with. Then you have LinkedIn, which is your professional community. LinkedIn is a great place to connect with your peers and with individuals who are within corporations that you might want to do business with. And then Facebook is a very social site that allows you to share videos and pictures and kind of keep others who you're connected with, called your friends, up to date on what's going on in your world. And we've all heard about YouTube. YouTube is a great video directory where we can upload and post videos to share our expertise and our services. And article directories allow us to basically upload content that's in text format that shares information about who we are and the services and the products that we offer. So these are some of the sources of new traffic into your website. And one of the things that you'll come to know about the online sales engine is that we're leveraging many of these technologies to help you increase the amount of traffic that's coming to your website. So let's say you've created your Facebook account, your Twitter account, your YouTube account. Now what? So you've nailed it down or narrowed it down to those few social networks. Now what are you going to do? Well, social media marketing is very, very important, but it's also important to understand that there are over 1.8 billion people who are online, according to the Internet World Stats. 1.8 billion people online who are leveraging computers and technology to stay connected. That's a lot of people. And then, according to the International Telecommunications Union, there are 5 billion people that have cell phones. So, Marty, what does that mean, and why is that important?
That's Twitter on the cell phone. And,
that's right.
Yeah, okay.
That's right. People are using their cell phones most often to make updates to their Twitter account, their Facebook account. And one of the things that we'll talk about a little bit later, and I'm not going to really spill the beans now, but is this whole thing about QR codes. So it allows HVAC contractors to leverage this rise in cell phone use to access the internet and access information and to really stay connected with potential customers. So we're going to talk about QR codes a little bit later. The other thing that's important to share is that search engine optimization as a way of really being found by people who need your services. If we took a Google search, for example, and typed in St. Louis heating and cooling specialist, what clients would want to see as an HVAC expert or provider is that they're ranking very well. Now, this is the first page of Google, and one of our clients, Jay Williams, is ranking number 1 and number 2 in positions 1 and 2, and their place page is actually shown here on the first page of Google. So they really are getting 3 points, I guess I should say, for this particular page. So we have their website listed. We also have their